So 3 years ago, I was running a business that couldn't grow without me. Like every decision, every client, every fire, all of it ran through me. And I was working more hours than ever, and the revenue, it actually flatlined. And then I made one shift with AI that literally changed everything. I built a company from scratch and I scaled it to 2 million in annual revenue, and I sold it for 8 million in less than 3 years. And I'm about to show you exactly how I did it. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the full story, how I went from being completely stuck to using AI to build and sell an entire company, and how I'm using that same approach right now to scale the next one. And this isn't a list of tools, this isn't a theory, this is what I actually did step by step and what I do if I were starting over today. If your business can't run for a week without you touching everything, you're not running a company. You're running a trap that you built for yourself, and you know that because I've lived it. And I built my business the way most of you probably built yours. Hustle, reputation, relationships, showing up every single day and grinding it out. And honestly, it worked. For a long time, it worked. And then it stopped, right? Revenue flatlined. And it wasn't because the market changed. It's not because the product got worse. It flatlined because everything in my business ran through me. Sales decisions, client delivery, team direction, all of it. I was the bottleneck, and I couldn't see it because I was busy being the bottleneck. And I was working more hours than I'd ever worked before in my life, and the number just wasn't moving. The business had a ceiling, and that ceiling was me. So I did what most founders do. I started subscribing to AI tools, watching YouTube videos, asking ChatGPT random questions at midnight, trying to figure it out on my own. And I had 5 or 6 subscriptions running that I was barely using, and none of it moved the needle, not even a little bit, because none of it was connected to the actual problem in my business. And here's the part that I don't think enough people talk about. It wasn't just a revenue problem. I was missing my kids' stuff. Okay, I was running on fumes. I was sitting in rooms with younger founders who were moving faster with half the team and half the experience. And for the first time in my career, I felt like I was falling behind. And that was a huge wake-up call. And the mistake that I kept making was the same one that every founder makes with AI. I was picking tools first and hoping they'd solve a problem. I was doing what everyone does. Subscribe to a new platform, watch a tutorial, try to find somewhere in my business to use it, and then do it again with the next tool and the next one. And I wasn't getting any leverage. I was just layering on complexity on top of a business that was already too complex. The turning point wasn't actually finding a better tool. It was stopping the tool chase completely and asking one simple question. What is the single biggest constraint in my business right now? Not what's annoying and not what's trendy to automate. What is the one bottleneck that if I removed it, I would unlock the most growth in my company? And when I got honest about it, the answer was literally obvious. I was the constraint. I was in everything. So instead of trying to use AI everywhere, I aimed it at the one thing, removing me from the processes that actually didn't need me. The first thing I did was email. I haven't looked at my inbox in 13 months. AI literally handles 100% of my email triage and drafting, and then my EA handles the rest. That one move alone bought me back hours and hours of my time every single week. Not because the tool was special, but because I finally aimed it at the right problem. And that's the shift I want you to pay attention to. Stop asking what AI can do and start asking what's actually holding your business back. Then point AI right at that and nothing else. Okay, once I stopped trying to learn every single tool and started aiming at the things that were actually costing the most money and wasting the most of my time, the results came super fast. I built a company called Daily AI from scratch. Now, AI wasn't a side tool, it was the operating system of the entire business, every layer, and we scaled it to 2 million in annual recurring revenue in under 24 months. Then I turned around and sold the company for $8 million. The total time from launch to exit was less than 3 years. And here's the one that surprises people, okay? My engineering team, they stopped writing code 14 months ago. AI writes 100% of the initial code now. The team only steps in when they need to make adjustments. And that's not a productivity hack, that's a fundamentally different way of running a company. And none of this happened because I found some secret tool that nobody else knows about. Okay, every one of these results happened because I stopped chasing tools and I started solving constraints, one at a time, aimed at the thing that was actually costing me the most. That's it, that's the whole approach. And after I sold that company, people started asking me the same question over and over and over again. How did you actually do that? Not the surface level stuff, the real mechanics. How did you know where to aim AI? How did you build the systems? How did you scale without having to add more people and more hours to your plate? So I built something to answer that question. It's called Prime, and it exists for one reason, to help founder operators take the same constraint-first approach that I used and apply it to their own business. Now, this isn't a course and it's not a library of prompts. We work directly with founders to find the constraint in their business and build AI systems around it. The same process that I use to build and sell daily AI, the same process I'm using right now to scale Prime. And that's the part that matters. I'm not teaching this from a textbook. I'm running this playbook every single day in my own company. This is what I do. If you're running a business doing 100K or more a month and you're ready to stop guessing with AI and start aiming it at the one constraint that's actually holding you back, that's exactly what we do inside of Prime Elite. We work with you directly to find the constraint, build the AI systems around it, and scale your business without adding more to your plate. So if that sounds like where you're at right now, there's a link in the description. Apply and let's have a chat. That's the playbook. That's exactly what I did and why I'm still doing the same thing right now. So if you got something out of this, drop a comment and tell me what your biggest constraint is. I literally read every one. And if you know a founder who needs to hear this, send it to them. And of course, I'll see you on the next video.